Morning Post laptop bag. It's a beautiful thing. So grab the pattern and let's get started. It's a Sally Tomato, the Morning Post pattern. Hi everybody, this is Barbie with Jeannie's Designs. And I'm getting ready to do a custom order. And I need to use both of my machines actually. I'm gonna do some embroidery, a monogram, and then I'm gonna make a laptop bag. Now, you're gonna laugh at me because on my iPad right here, I have my own video tutorial about how to make this laptop bag. It's been a long time since I've made it. I'll have to look at when the date was that I made it, but here it is. It's the Morning Post by Sally Tomato. It's a great laptop bag, but this is what my customer wanted, but it's actually for Boss's Day in October, so I'm way ahead of the schedule, but she just ordered it and I thought, I'll just go ahead and do it. So this is what we're gonna do today. So we're gonna start by doing the monogram over on my Bernina, and then we'll move back over here to my fabricator to sew up the bag. But let's go over the pattern pieces. So this gal loves flamingos, so we're doing the most of the outside in the and the inside actually in the flamingo fabric. This is the zipper gusset, and I have 4 pieces because I'm doing the outside and the inside with the flamingo fabric. This is what we're doing just to give it a little more stability. This is piece I, and it is it's the zipper facing. That's what this is, piece I. And then this is the zipper over cover, the zipper cover. The pattern actually calls for it on both sides. I'm only doing it on one side. So there's going to be an exterior zipper and no interior, just an exterior zipper. And then this is the exterior top. This is a really pretty kind of a glitter vinyl. So those are those 3 pieces. Oops, I missed one here. And then there is a bottom zipper gusset, and so for the interior it's going to be the flamingos, and the exterior it's going to be the glitter vinyl. And then for the front, bottom is going to be the flamingo, and then the back is going to be the flamingo, and the interior is going to be the flamingo. This gal's crazy for flamingos. They actually live in Chicago, so that's probably why. But all of my cotton pieces I did interface with woven fuse. So there's a lot of interfacing, and it needs it, I think. And then this is my zipper pocket. I did not interface this. I think it becomes too much interfacing. So, and this is cotton quilting, but it's a decent weight cotton quilting. So I didn't interface that. And then I am using foam because it is a laptop bag. And this is the gusset piece. And then these are the 2 exterior pieces. And that's it. That's it for this one, I think. Oh, I need zipper and I need hardware. So let me go grab that and I'll show you real quick. Okay, so I'm going to use this zipper tape. It's number 5 zipper tape. So I've got that, and then I'm going to use this webbing. It goes perfectly with all of it, actually. And then I have 2 1-inch swivel cloths, 1 slide adjuster, 2 D-rings, my name tag, and then I'm going to have to think on what zipper pulls I'm going to use. I'm either going to use these seashells. These seashells are very heavy though. I mean, they're very weighty, so it might not be a bad idea to use them. Or I might use these seahorses. I just am not sure which one to use. I think I'm going to use the seahorses. They're not as heavy. Those seashells are, I'm afraid they'll, you know, hit things, and I don't want that. So that's what I'm going to use. All right, so let's get started. We're going to move over to the Bernina first. All right, let's go find our design. I always have a hard time finding it, so give me a little grace here. I don't do it enough. Here it is. Oh, that was easy. All right, do I have everything set correct? I do. I just need to turn it. Need to turn it 90 degrees. Okay. And then we need to just click our little get everything ready. And it centers the embroidery module. And it's telling me, can you see that? Yeah. It's telling me to put my hoop in. It senses the hoop. And then I am going to put it's always a good idea to put the box around whatever you're embroidering. It just gets it a little more stable. So that's what I'm going to do now. And I centered that on my piece, my front bottom piece. And we're ready to go. So just like normal, I start pretty slow, about half. And I'm doing it in a hot pink. So it's going to take 3 minutes. Okay. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is my handles on the front and the back, and then I'm going to do my strap. So on the top, I'm trying to figure out what she calls this, the exterior top, And I'm only doing this on one side. In the pattern, she has you do it on both sides. So just FYI. She has you measure over a certain distance on both sides. And that's where we're going to clip our handle. And then she has you measure up the thing is, you really want to make sure you have this pretty straight. So as you measure up a certain distance from the bottom, because we're going to create a box. I know it's very scary for me because I never can get a box to look decent. And I'm just going to make sure, let me get this. I just want to make sure I'm getting this straight. So I'm just measuring over. And I'm just clipping the top. Oh, but I didn't clip. That's a bummer. Let me just mark this real quick so I can see it. There we go. Okay. So, I remember this now. It's just a tiny bit awkward because you want that to be very straight. And then you've got your mark here, which this is an air erasing mark. It'll go away. And then we're going to stitch up to that mark, over and back down on both of these. And we're going to do the exact same thing with this back piece. I'll just do it with you. Then I'll do the stitching on fast forward. So because I'm doing it a little different, you might have two pieces. I need to pretend that I have you know what? I'm thinking. Because then it's going to be a raw edge. And actually, I think that's okay. This is a pretty decent raw edge here. That's what I'm thinking, guys. So, let me think about that just a second. Okay. I decided I'm just going to do it because this webbing really doesn't fray. I mean, it's I can't remember. I think I got it at New Moxie. So it doesn't really fray. I am going to put some tape here underneath it just to keep it where I want it until I get it sewn on. Otherwise, it's going to move on me and it won't be straight, and that will be very bad. Okay. It's going to be a rainy day here today, so it's a perfect day to do this. Okay, let me just make sure that's straight on both sides. Yeah. All right, I dropped my other piece. I think I'll do the same thing with a piece of tape. These edges will be in a seam, so I'm not worried about those at all. And I put I have fusible foam. And I heard somebody talking about this. I don't know if it was on one of my lives or a comment on one of my videos. That this is Pellon fusible foam. And it doesn't stay stuck. So I've kind of resorted to using some spray adhesive. This one's off just a little. There we go. To keep it where I want it. And then, so I got sticky all over my fingernails. I had to use some Goo Gone to get it off. All right, so there's my foam on the back of that piece. So I'm gonna do this one first, and all I'm doing is some rectangle boxes. I'm do that on fast forward. I know it's scary, but bear with me. All right, so now we're going to take our bottom front that I did the embroidery on. It's the smaller piece for me, and I only have one of these because the back is not going to have a pocket. And then I took my facing piece, and I originally cut this in vinyl. I decided not to do that, and so it has no interfacing on it. It's just a piece of the cotton. And that piece comes with the pattern. And this is what it looks like. And you cut it on the fold. Not much to it, really. So now we are going to, and this will be interesting on my fabricator. I'm tempted to go do it on my other machine. Let's see how we do. We're gonna do a 1/4 inch. It's pouring and thundering here, guys. All the way around that interior. See how we do. I think it'll be fine, actually. Yeah. Just go slow, because you want this to be fairly accurate. Oh, she's doing good. Look at her go. And I'm doing a 3 millimeter stitch length. Oh, she did beautiful. Sometimes she does, and I think it's because this piece is interfaced. So she said, okay, I'll do it. I don't mind, I'll do it. Now what we're gonna do, let me find my scissors. sharp scissors. We are going to cut into that. Let me just look here real quick. Yeah. I'm gonna do a diagonal cut here, and just really like any other zipper facing, you just don't want to cut your threads on your corner. So I have some good scissors, and then we are going to, and I'm gonna cut this excess off here. You don't need it. And then I'm gonna fold that to the back and go and iron it real good because I'm using cotton on this one, so I'll be right back. All right, so I ironed this, and you know, because I'm using cotton, it ironed beautifully. So that's what that looks like. There are definitely some advantages to using cotton. So sometimes. And then take your pocket line, take your pocket lining and put your zipper on right side up. The fabric is right side up and the zipper is right side up. And you want your zipper pull going to the right. Yep, to the right. I know it feels weird. And we're gonna baste that in place. And I did put a piece of double-sided tape on there to keep that down. So that's all I did. Okay. Yeah, hold on. All right, so on my zipper, put a piece of double-sided tape, or you can stitch this down. We just want to stitch or not secure our zipper so that it's down. And let me show you, it probably makes more sense. So just like that. We want it to be secured down. Now you could stitch that without using double-sided tape. That would be absolutely fine. Now we're going to take our zipper facing and we are going to attach that with the top here on the top of the zipper. And oh, I hate to say it, but I'm going to use another piece of double-sided tape. Yes, I am. I am going to. I can't help it. And I'm just doing it down here on the bottom. It's not going to be in the way at all. You know, my cotton's fraying a little bit. I don't like it, but that's okay. It won't when we get it all together. So now, so you'll notice we put that, attached the zipper with our zipper pull going to the right. Now, when we flipped it over, it's going the direction that we want it to. So I know it always feels weird when you're doing it that way, but there's a method to the madness of these designers. All right, so I'm going to attach that to the top here. And I'm just gonna make sure that, I'm gonna have to stand up, that it's straight underneath my zipper. And then matching on the top on this edge. So just like that. It's a beautiful thing. Okay, now we are going to sew. Let me just double check. Yeah, we're gonna sew down each side and across at 1/8 of an inch seam allowance, making sure that your pocket is down. And I'm going over my zipper tee twice or 3 times actually. It's not necessary, but I always do it. I don't know why. Then we're going to come across and just go slow. Make sure your pocket is straight down. This zipper is going to be covered with the facing that we're going to put on. Just FYI. Come back up. This gal's gonna love this. It's gonna be so cute. All right, there we go. It's a beautiful thing. Look at that. Okay, let me get my zipper facing. So for my zipper facing, because I'm using a piece of vinyl, I can't really press it. So what I did on another one I just top stitched here, and I'm gonna just do that again. Just 1/8 of an inch top stitch on the folded edge. Should have probably increased my stitch length, but that's okay. All right, so now that's gonna stay folded. I had it clipped with about 1,000 clips. Okay, that's probably an exaggeration. So now that's gonna stay, I like that a lot. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do though is we're gonna pull our pocket lining up to the top of our zipper tape, and just make sure your edges are matching. Okay. It's funny, you know, I make so many bags that I can't remember, unless I've made one like you know, my caddies, my own pattern. I can do without looking at anything. But if I've only made a pattern like once, maybe twice, and it's been a while, I can't remember how to do it. I have to look at the directions. I know, it's a bit embarrassing actually. Okay, let's just clip that all the way across that top. And then we'll baste that on. All right. And I believe the next thing is we're going to attach our zipper facing, which is this. Okay, so we're going to attach that at the top of the zipper, I believe. Yeah. All the way across. Mine's a little long, but that's okay. I'm gonna pull it over. There we go. And just be aware of where your zipper pull is. Yeah. All right, let me look at my seam allowance and double check. Okay, we're gonna baste that on just 1/8 of an inch for now. Okay. Then the next thing is we're going to add our top with the handle that we created. Okay. So there's our zipper underneath there. I actually really like those. And now we're going to add our zipper or our top piece that we have with our handles. She's going to love this. I would love this. If I was the recipient of this, I would love it. I'm going to just make sure that I'm nice and even on each side before I go too far. You know what? Let's do our centers. Let's mark our centers. I've gotten so slack at that. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna do it on both ends of this piece. So when we go to put it together, it'll be better. Okay, let's do this too. Let me cut I'm just talking to myself. My zipper cover was a little long. So in order to get an accurate zipper or center, I just cut it, trimmed it. Okay, I already marked my center down here. All right, I feel better about that. All right, now we can center this top piece. And I was worried about my handles not being even. That's basically why I did that. Because you want your handles to be in the center and even on both sides. And I don't think they would have been if I hadn't centered that. Because my top piece is just a little long. Who knows why? Okay. All right, now what's the seam allowance? I was too busy looking at the other stuff and didn't, okay. Now you have a pretty decent seam allowance here, so just keep that in mind. All right, I gotta pay attention. My zipper pulls right there. It's a beautiful thing. Look at that. How cute. All right, now we are going to fold this down with the seam we just created going up. And it doesn't really want to do that, so you're gonna have to kind of force it, and then we're gonna top stitch right there on the top piece, 1/8 of an inch. And I'm not changing. I have my stitch at a 3, and because I already did the other one at a 3, I'm just leaving it. Otherwise it would look weird. Okay, you're going over your handle, so just keep that in mind. It's kind of thick right there. I gotta decide where I'm putting my tag. Where should I put my tag? I think maybe I'll put it over here. What do you think, guys? Let me see. I mean, right there, I could put it right there. It's a little bit like in your face. I don't want to detract from her initials. I'm going to put it over there. I know. It's a hard decision, so let me put that on there. Right here. Sometimes I get in the mood of doing off-center stuff rather than centered. All right, this is very thin vinyl, so I'm being very careful cutting those slits. And I am using a piece of Decaville Heavy behind it. I am going to put a piece of foam on this, so I wanted to make sure I got this on here before I did my foam. Okay, gonna be noisy. Okay. Yeah, I like that there. Okay. All right, next. Look at you guys. Beautiful thing. It is a beautiful thing. All right, now I think, oh my gosh, no, they're the same size. That is actually a very beautiful thing. So let's just base this on. Oops, let's increase our stitch line at the back. All right, so the next step is to just baste your front and your back, your exteriors and your linings together. And I've just clipped both of those together, and I'm just going to baste them 1/8 of an inch seam allowance all the way around. All right, I decided to do my adjustable strap first. So I'm just putting it up and over my slider. And then I'll sew that down. And on my back piece where I didn't have that end of that strap in a seam, it started to fray. And so I just put some of this fray check on it. I'll show you where I put it. Here. I put it right here and here. I think that'll take care of it. That's my goal. Okay, so let's put this on and just do a couple straight seams. And one more. And then let's trim that up. Helps if you have your really narrow scissors. You know, sometimes I wish they made scissors that worked for fine work and scissors. One pair of scissors. Don't you guys? Wouldn't that be nice to just have one pair of scissors that did everything you needed? You didn't have to switch between them, but they don't. All right, so with my wrong side up, I'm going to attach one of my slide adjuster, my swivel clasps. Put that on, go up and over my slider. Make sure that's not twisted. It's not, and then I'll add my other slider. And I'm going to do the same thing on this end that I did on the other. I'm going to burn it really well. excuse me. Then I will put some fray check on it. I didn't really cut it long enough to fold it over. You're probably thinking, why don't you just fold it over? I didn't make it long enough. So that's all right. Okay, 2 rows of stitches there. 1 more row. And let's burn those threads. Okay. Oh, I've got somebody here to work on a cushion. Hold on. Okay, did I finish this? I think I did. All right, there's the adjustable strap. Beautiful. All right, I am gonna do my D-rings. And I did put a piece, this vinyl is very, I don't know what the word you call, it's very flexible and not heavy and not sturdy. And it does stretch a little bit. So I put a little piece of Decaville Light in there. And then I'm just gonna fold that together. And my Decaville Light piece is 3/4 of an inch. So it's a little less than my piece is gonna be. And then I'm going to sew, oh dear, I didn't mean to do that. Sew down each side, and then I'll cut it in 2. This is 2 D-ring connectors. So one of my neighbors just brought over a cushion. There's no sewing involved. The cover, cushion cover, is absolutely stunning. It's beautiful. She just wants the foam replaced. And I've done all kinds of work for her, so I told her, I said, you know, I'm happy to do it, but you could really do this yourself. And she goes, oh no. She said, no. She said, I want you to do it. I said, okay. I'm happy to. And, you know, the sad thing is, foam, to get furniture grade foam is very expensive. It's ridiculous. I mean, I don't know. The foam is going to cost, I don't know. I haven't looked. I honestly haven't looked, but it's going to be pretty pricey. It's ridiculous, honestly, I think. And I won't charge her much to actually do it. So, but there's a little work involved because you have, number 1, you have to take the old foam out. Number 2, you have to, and I'm just putting a piece of double-sided tape down the middle here, so when I put this together, it'll stay. And then with the foam, you have to put Dacron over it so it's soft on the outside and not just touching the foam. So there's a little work to it. It's not terrible, but there's a little work. She doesn't care. Okay, I'm gonna measure up. Let me see. I'm measuring up 1 1/4. Or actually, I should say I'm measuring down 1 1/4. No, I'm measuring up. Sorry. I'm thinking about the foam. And then I'm gonna push that bottom up to that. And then I'll bring the top down to match it. You can do this multiple ways. So my connector is pretty long. It's longer than probably most that I've done. And I'm okay with that because this is gonna be a laptop bag and I want it to be very sturdy. Okay, so again, measuring up 1 1/4. Take my tape off. Actually, I'm going to need just another tiny piece of tape here. Put my D-ring on. Bring that bottom up to my line. And then bring the top down to that so that they match. So now you just want to make sure that they're the same. Yep, they are. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to set those aside for just a minute. And now we have our long gusset zipper. And we're going to take our zipper gusset pieces. All of mine are the same. Because I'm doing all the flamingo fabric. It's cute as can be. And then I'm going to match up my zipper right sides together. So my zipper is face down, right sides together with my fabric. Now, you could use double-side tape here. I'm just not going to. I'm going to baste this, and I made my zipper. I didn't think I made my zipper that much longer. I guess I did. And then I'm going to baste that on there. And then we'll add our other lining piece on top. And then I'm going to add my other piece, which is, for me, it's the same fabric. And all 4 pieces are interfaced with woven fuse. This is a great laptop pattern. This is one of the mystery boxes that Sally Tomato had. I forget what month it is. She and Okla Roots, Jess at Okla Roots, collaborate on the monthly box. I don't do it anymore. But this is probably one of the better boxes they had, this pattern. So she still sells the pattern. SallyTomato.com. Okay, so let's sew that together at the full seam allowance. Always move my zipper pull out of the way, but that zipper pull is pretty good. So it's a good idea to move it. Okay, then we're going to pull those wrong sides together. And top stitch, and then baste the remaining 3 sides. It's a long zipper. Another thing I really like. Okay. I just had a thought. She told me the size of her laptop. Let me check something. Yeah, I was just worried that this wasn't going to be big enough, but it's plenty big. Phew. I just got going, and I thought, oh no, what if I didn't make it big enough? Okay, right sides together, top stitch. Now see, the fabricator has no issue with interfaced cotton. It's just cotton that's not interfaced. It's too flimsy, it doesn't like it. It's picky, not too early. I love my machine, my fabricator. I get a lot of questions about what it is and if you like it, and I do. I absolutely love it. I mean, I've had it for, I think I bought it November of 21, I believe. And I haven't really had any issues with it, really, to speak of. I'm just cutting off my excess interfacing. And I used my fabric scissors. I am so bad at that. Gosh, guys. All right, I'm going to do the exact same thing. And I think what I am going to do, though, is I'm going to do it in one swoop. So I'm going to clip on my outside piece, which is right sides together with my outer zipper. So right here's the top of my zipper. And then I'm not going to use any tape, but I'm just going to clip it all and do it in one stitch. Okay, so there's that. And then I'm going to add this one and just add some additional clips. And then I'll use the ones that were there. I mean, if you're a beginner, I wouldn't recommend this. I would just do the stitching, the basting, and then the top stitching. But if you get to a place where you feel comfortable doing it this way, it's so much better to do it this way. And then you're not using any double-sided tape to gum up your machine either, which, you know, I don't think there's a machine out there that doesn't get gummed up time to time. Okay, now I'm going to sew my full seam allowance. All right, I did attach foam to my bottom gusset. I did not use foam on the zipper gusset. Just FYI, I think she does call for foam on this. I didn't do it. I didn't do it on any of the other bags of this I did. All right, so with the zipper, because mine you can't tell which is the right side or the exterior. This is the exterior with the zipper tape and my pull. And I'm gonna clip those together. And then I'm gonna take my interior and clip that right sides together with my interior. Now, again, you could baste these and do it in 2 rows of stitches. I'm just gonna do 1. Let me see what she calls in the seam allowance here. Yeah. Oh, my needle came unthreaded. Not good. I'm using Tech 70 today. I'm trying to actually make the switch as I run out of thread to all Tech 70. Let me see if I can get this threaded pretty quickly here. Okay, good. All right. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? That's okay. I've got to attach the D-rings. Let's do it now, because if we don't do it now, it'll be harder to do when this is all completed. Yeah, let's do it now. Sorry guys, I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, so on your bottom gusset, she tells you where to put this, and I'm just gonna eyeball it and put a piece of double-sided tape there on both pieces. Because my D-rings are a little longer than hers in the pattern, which is not a problem, but I'm going to center those. And I came down with my seam allowance that I already did. I came down about 1.5 inches. So here, I'm gonna come down about 1.5 inches as well. All right, guys, I'm just, my throwing things from yesterday is continuing. Okay, let me see if that looks even. Perfect. All right, now I'm going to sew those on, and then I will add some rivets. So, I just made it harder on myself, so just put these on before you do what I did. I'm going across the bottom. And then I'm going to come up the sides. I'm not worried about going over my same stitches either. Oops. And then I'm going to back stitch because of my D-ring. It's hard to do that with the D-ring or any hardware, actually. And then I'll come down the side. See what it's doing? It's catching. It's okay. It looks good though. And then I'm going to come across the bottom one more time. You don't want to overdo it on your stitches on vinyl. And sometimes you think, I heard somebody, maybe it was Kasaya said this recently at the class, you don't want to overdo it, stitching, back stitching and everything on vinyl, or you don't want to make your stitch too small because it disrupts the vinyl and it'll tear. No, maybe it wasn't Kasaya. I saw something posted, I think, that somebody's thing tore out. That was it. It was a post. I think some of it was they didn't reinforce the fabric. It was vinyl and they hadn't reinforced it. Let me go backwards. So you don't want to do too much back stitching and too much going over the same holes because it will tear. Yeah, I put there's foam here and there's Decaville light in here. So I think I'm good. I've never had that happen to a bag, but it could. It could, definitely. All right, now let's resume our gusset. So I'm going to turn that gusset that I just did sew together, and I'm going to top stitch on my vinyl 1/8 of an inch. Okay. So cute. All right, then we're going to pull this up and match our outsides to our outsides. And then we're going to pull our lining up and do the same. And I will cut off that excess zipper tape when I get this done. Okay. And do the same seam allowance in the pattern. Make sure your D-ring's out of the way. That's another reason I put it down a little bit. I don't want any chance of me going over it with my needle. Oh, so sorry. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm giving you a headache there. Okay, cut off my excess zipper. Then let's burn the zipper tape just a little. On both sides. Yeah, that's good. And then let's turn it and top stitch. On this side. Okay, and then we're going to baste our bottom gusset to make it all one piece. Okay. And my foam is long, and that's okay. All right, so the next thing you want to do is clip your zipper gussets together at the seam and mark your centers here, 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 and here. Okay, so I just clip them together. That way I'm sure they stay together. It's just easier for me. All right, set that aside for just a second. And then we need to, you don't have to do this. I like the way it looks. So in the pattern she gives you, and I just don't know what I did with that. It fell or something. In the pattern, she gives you a piece, a little round piece to do your corners. But I recently got the, oh, here it is. She gives you a little guide to do your corners. But I recently got these little templates from Carolina Little Stitches, and I'm going to use it. I'm going to see how it does. So you just line that up. This is the 3-inch, and you just line that up and mark it, and then we'll cut that off. And that's, and she gives you 3, 2.5, 1 3/4, 1/2. And then I got this other one too. It's honestly, it's really hard to read it. 1 inch, 2 inch, 3/4 inch, and a 1/2 inch. I mean, you know, it's just the little things. And these templates are made to order. So I did have to wait a couple weeks to get them, and that's okay. It was really faster than I expected. The nice thing about this, I mean, I normally just use my coffee cup, which is absolutely fine as well. But this gets them very consistent, and I think that's helpful. It's probably not as big of a deal on a bag like this, but another bag where you're doing a lot of corners, it's probably helpful. Okay, that's all there is to it. Yeah, Caroline, and I put my tag on there. Well, you know, I almost covered up everything, but you can see it from the back. Okay. All right, enough of that little infomercial. All right, so we marked our other centers. Now you're going to mark the center. So I know it's kind of confusing. So the center on our gusset, our top gusset, and the center on our bottom gusset, put those together, and then we're going to, this is marking our side center. Okay, so that's what we're doing right now, and my D-ring is obstructing my marking just a little, so I just clipped it. Let's see how it is on this end. So I've got the centers together. Yeah, just a little stinker D-ring. And you want to do that on both sides of your gussets, because that gives you your center marking on your side here. It's important. It's an important mark. It's not the end of the world if you forget it, but it will help you dramatically. All right, now let's do our zipper closing to the left, and we're going to do the front piece. I'm calling it the front with the pocket. It could be the back too, whichever you prefer. It's my front because it's got my embroidery on it. So I'm just going to clip my right sides together on the top, and then I'll go to the bottom and clip my centers on the bottom. And then I'll clip my centers on the side. And then I'll do the corners. I don't remember if I had to clip my corners to stretch them or not, honestly. We'll see. Although every bag is completely different, so it doesn't really matter what I did before. I don't know. I might have to. Because I'm using cotton, and depends on your fabric, I'm going to be careful when I do the clipping. I don't think I'm going to need to. Let's try this top one. Because cotton will fray. So if I can avoid clipping these corners, I will. Yeah, that one I don't have to. Now, that doesn't mean on the others that I won't have to. We'll see. I don't think so. You can unzip this, so when we sew it, I probably will unzip it because it will make it easier to sew. Yeah, those two top ones I did not have to clip. That's a beautiful thing. And then I'm just going to add tons of clips. Tons. Okay, let's see how this bottom one goes. Yep. I'm not having to clip it. The corner. I like it. Oh my gosh, I've dropped probably 10 Wonder Clips on my floor today. Yeah, I know why. I didn't know why. I hope the mail comes soon. I want to try that fold over elastic. Everybody says it's the best thing since sliced bread. So, because it's, you know, it's stretchy. It's a little bit stretchy. Plus, it's already folded for you. All right, here's the last corner. Let's see how it does. I don't think I'm going to have to clip any corners. That is an absolute beautiful thing, actually. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. All right. So make sure your handle is out of the way. You don't want to sew it in this seam. You'd have to pick it out if you did. Okay. Fantastic. I don't even see the clips that dropped. Oh, here's one. I do try and get them when I drop them. Otherwise, they get sucked up into my vacuum when I'm cleaning. All right, let's sew this together, and let me check my seam allowance. Hopefully. All right, the seam allowance is a little different than it's been, so just pay attention to that. Okay, good, 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 good. Okay, I'm gonna zip up my zipper so that I can get the next part on good and even. All right, so if you need to trim, do it sparingly. This is all the trimming that I did right here. Just on a little bit on my corners. Just barely on my corners. So you just want to be really careful about that. And then I did pull out my sides on both sides just to make sure that I don't have any stitches showing, because I still need to bind it. But that's it. Look at that. So I'm gonna go see if my fold over elastic is here. I hope so. Hold on. All right, I got the fold over elastic. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna start at the bottom here. It's 1 inch, so that's good. It's funny, I have never used anything like this to bind a bag. I think it might actually be very good. We'll see. This is the only color that I got that is close to working. And it'll be fine, really. Pink. I mean, it's pink. It's not hot pink, but that's okay. You guys will have to tell me if you've done used fold over elastic and what your thoughts are. If you like it, what the pros and cons. I mean, I'm not seeing any cons at this moment, but I haven't sewn it yet, so I'm assuming it, I'm assuming it sews pretty good. Let's see. It's nice around the corners because it's, you know, pliable. I don't know what the word is. It's not stiff like waterproof canvas. I think I will change my thread to pink. I wasn't going to. And then I thought, I think I better. You know, it's already kind of divided in half, which is nice, honestly. So I do like that. And I like that it doesn't fray. So I'm liking that. Because waterproof canvas, no matter what kind it is, does fray to some degree. Some is more than others. Okay. So let me change my thread. All right, I fixed the other side. Now this side, I am pulling it a little. I don't know. I like it, but I think there's a little bit of a learning curve. Now that may just be me. I'm so used to using the waterproof canvas that for this one, it seems like a lot more work to me. I think that's partially because it's the first time I'm using it. But it feels like a lot of work. Let's see how this side goes, and then I'll give you my review. Okay, I'll do this on fast forward because it's very tedious. Okay, so here's my opinion. I think this is my first pass with it. I will absolutely give it another try on another bag. And you know, I've said this many times, binding does not need to be perfect. No one is really gonna see it unless you sell it to a fellow bag maker and they turn it inside out. That's probably the only time it'll be seen. I like the feel of it. So I really do like that. But like down here, I'm gonna go over it again with a new piece because it didn't catch it. And I'm not really sure why. You know what? I'm not. It's fine. No one's ever going to see that. Okay. So let's turn it inside out. I mean, I think it looks really good, but let's turn it inside out. It's probably one of the, it's not the worst binding I've done, but it's one of the, and again, nobody's ever going to see it. So the fold over elastic, I'm going to hold my opinion until I try another one. I don't like it so far. I hate to say it, but I don't like it so far. Okay, let's see. Oh, the bag itself is absolutely adorable. She's gonna love it. I just have some cotton threads to get out of the seam. So let me do that and I'll come back. So here it is. Here's a custom with her initials. She has a nice large zipper pocket there. And then the top has a long zipper that you can get in and out of it very easily. Sorry, I found another tiny thread. I went over this. You wouldn't think that I had because I'm finding like all kinds of them. And then on the inside, it's huge. And it's nice and padded. I really like the style of this computer bag. And you have handles that you can carry it with, or you have an adjustable strap. And the gusset, you know, you've got a, I don't know what is the gusset. It says it on the pattern, but it's a 2-inch, a little over 2-inch gusset. So not only can you put your laptop, you could put other things in there. But look at that. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. I do need to iron it just a little because it's cotton. So I'll iron my cotton pieces just a little before I ship it out. So there's the handle connectors on each side. And I mean, it's perfect. So you can wear it as a crossbody or you can just wear it over your shoulder, either one. And then when you're done, just take it and go with your handle. What's the name of this pattern? I don't know what I did with my, oh, here it is. The Morning Post. So it's the Morning Post. This is the custom one. This is the one I made for myself. And I did use waterproof canvas for my binding. Yeah, I did. And on this one, I did put zipper pockets on both sides. So they're identical on the front and the back. I may sell this one. I actually haven't used it yet, so I may just go ahead and sell this one. But, I mean, look, it's huge. I did put 2 zipper pulls on this one. So, same thing, adjustable crossbody. It's a beautiful thing. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.